Hi guys. So what I have on the bench here is it's a full Range Rover dash and centre console and a set of door cards, some visors, some A-pillar trims and some other random bits and bats. It's a 90s Range Rover and this job will be going out to the Caribbean. So the owner of all these parts, he's not sent me these from the Caribbean. What he's done is actually bought these from the UK, from a donor vehicle, and I'm going to be covering all these in leather and then shipping them out to him in the Caribbean. Now, there's quite a lot of parts here and a lot of them are not in great condition, so they're going to need a little bit of repair. But what I need to do with all of them first is to give them all a really good clean, because you can probably see that they're all full of dust and dirt and mould and other bits of general detritus. So when I do the cleaning, I will assess the quality of the parts, what condition they're in. Some do need a repair. There is cracks in places, so things like this here has got cracks. I have done some repairs already to some of the cracks on these parts before I even handled them. I didn't want them to get any worse, so I've done some repairs on these. But I'm sure there's some other parts that need a bit of attention, which I'll only find out once they've been cleaned. What I'll do is I'll get the big pieces, I'll clean the big pieces, so I'll clean the door cards, the dash top, the bigger parts of the dash, and then I'll work my way through all of the smaller parts and see where I'm at with everything. Some parts of the dash I've never touched before, so it's going to be a new one for me with most of these parts, but we're going to give it all a good go and see how we get on. Oh, what have we got in here? Oh, there's something else in here now. And a picture of, well, you can see that, a picture of Jesus in one of the sun visors. So let's hope he's watching over me while I do this. So I'm going to put the parts away that I don't actually need, because I'm not going to retrim switches. They will need a clean, but they will need a clean. So the first thing I'm going to do is to just give them a brush off, trying to get rid of any loose dust that's on here. There will be quite a lot. But there's also quite a lot of mould as well. I don't know where this has been. I think it's been stored for quite a long time. So there is, I'm not sure if you can see, quite a big nick taken out of this part of the door card. That's going to need filling before I can cover this in leather. There's another one here, but I think I can deal with that by just gluing that bit down. So I'm not going to use any fancy cleaners, just standard. Not sponsored by these guys, wish I was. I use enough of it. So just warm soapy water. So this is quite an important part of the job. If I don't get them as clean as possible, then the glue might not stick in areas that have got dirt still attached to them. I will be washing them down with acetone as well. But acetone doesn't get rid of everything. So that's why I'm giving them a clean. It won't get rid of just standard dirt. It will degrease the whole surface. This is the dirtiest of the door cards. It's full of mould. I'm not sure how well you can see how much mould is on here. It's quite a lot. I think this is probably the dirtiest interior that I've ever had. I've had some pretty dirty ones. Whew. So I'll take these outside now, give them a hose down, and I'll come back to you and see how good they are. So the door cards haven't come up too bad. This was the dirty one, the one with the damage. I've actually repaired the damage here on this door card. So I've just filled it with some body filler and give it a quick sand down. What I need to do now before I can start to cover these in leather is to cut grooves in them. I've already done it in here, so you'll see there's a groove cut all the way along here. The same on the other cards. So the rear ones have got the grooves cut in here. So you'll see why I've done that when I come to cover these in the leather. I still need to cut a groove along here yet. It runs all the way around and then into the pocket area. So I'll do that now, and then I can start to cover these in leather. So I'm going to use a hot knife to actually cut the groove. If you don't know what a hot knife is, it's literally what it says. It's a blade that gets very hot and is good for cutting synthetic things. It won't cut any natural products. It does create a lot of smoke. So I'm going to put a mask on for this. So now that I've cut all the grooves in the door cards where I need to, the next thing is to wipe them all down with acetone. I will then mask off the areas that I don't want the leather to be glued to. So these parts here, where the insert card goes, I don't want to actually glue the leather down there. Once I've masked these areas off, I'll put these to one side. I'll cut the pieces of leather I need for the door cards. I will apply glue to the door cards and the leather. I will allow that to actually go off, and then I'll reactivate the glue with the steamer. So the heat from the steamer will reactivate the glue and allow me to stick the leather into place on the door cards. So I'll get on with wiping these down with acetone now and doing the masking and then applying the glue. I've now got to let this glue go hard before I can start applying the leather. And obviously let the glue on the leather go hard as well. So I've got to leave that now for a good 10-15 minutes before I can work on it. I will start with the top piece first. Once the top piece is in, I will then work on the bottom half. That's the two door cards now completely covered, apart from obviously the two insert boards for each one. I'm not sure whether the customer actually wants them in the tan leather or he wants them in a different colour or a different fabric. He's having a black steering wheel, and I think the grab handle on the dash is going to be black as well, and maybe the gaiters on the centre console. So whether he wants these in black as well to kind of go with the black and tan theme, I don't know. So I need to get hold of the customer and find out before I cover these. But now I need to get on with the front door cards. But I've already got 2 videos out on the front door cards, so I'm not going to film that. I'll leave the link in the description to the front 2 door cards so you can watch them if you want to. And once I've done the door cards, I will be doing the dash top. So that will be the next job. So if you want to see that, you'll have to stay tuned and watch part 2. Thanks for watching. Bye.